All right, volleyball fans, the stage is set. This is a big one. Welcome to AVP.com. I'm Matty Bishop alongside 2015 Huntington Beach Open champion Tri-Born and Olympian Kame Schalk. We've got Casey Patterson and Stafford Slick versus the Austrians, Doppler and Horst, a team that you guys know a lot about. Tell us a little bit about this Austrian duo.
Yeah, this is a strong team. This has been Austria's #1 team for 30 years, something like that. They've been playing for a long time, and they're just smooth, and they know what to do. I mean, pressure's on the line. They're always coming up big. These guys are big servers. They're going to take a lot of risk from the baseline, and yeah, they play a good side-out game, so it's going to be an interesting one. I'm pumped about this one.
Yeah, like Kame said, they've won huge matches before. They've played in all the big matches. On the other side of things, a little inconsistent. Like, they've taken some bad finishes and then come back with good ones. So a little up and down. So I wouldn't be surprised if Patterson and Slick got the best of them here.
How about that rally? How about those hands? And how about that kill by Casey Patterson?
Yeah, that was a great dig. Scoopy with his left hand, and nice transition swing by Casey there.
Just a little taste of what we're in here for. This is the FIVB 4-Star Huntington Open presented by the AVP. It's been a fantastic event so far. Stafford Slick with the serve. Misfire.
Just out of bounds there by Clemens. When he gets in a rhythm, he can be really tough to stop, but I mean, at times he gives up runs here and there, but the guy's got a heavy shoulder. Loves swinging. These are some good conditions for the Austrians. We got a little bit harder sand, a little bit of wind. These guys like this kind of conditions where they can go back and rip some serves on the good side and play a high risk, high swinging game.
Good side right now is where Stafford Slick is serving from. It's a quartering wind off the water here, coming off the ocean side of the court, blowing towards the booth, towards Stafford Slick.
Look at those flags on your screen there. It kind of gives you a perfect indication of where that wind's coming from, that far corner. And you'll...
Using the equipment, it lands just out of bounds.
That ball's out of play.
Just barely. 3-1.
3-1. Casey and Stafford, we're working on getting the scorebook back up for you there.
Alex has got a lot of personality on the court. He brings a lot of energy, and if he doesn't like something, he'll let you know. That's
yeah.
One thing he'll do.
Definitely. Oh.
Mishit there by Stafford.
Looked like he was going a little thumb down on that one and just got carried away.
It's a tough serve when, like we said, the wind's coming from the other direction. So it looked like the wind kind of took his toss. And when you're trying to go with it there, it's difficult.
That one right at Horst.
Yeah, easy dig right in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, so much control.
Alex Horst is he's just a fantastic defender. He'll pick up a lot of balls. If you pay attention to him, he really likes his line shot. That's kind of what he likes to go at. He's always facing the angle, but if you watch his shoulders, he'll hit away from his right shoulder, and it makes it super hard to read as a defender. It's tough playing this guy.
Doppler at the service line. He's working on Stafford Slick. Stafford right from the middle of the court. Misfires. Maybe thought about it a little too long.
Yeah, he hesitated a little bit. Like to see Stafford contact that a few inches higher, kind of let his arm drop. Tried to get top spin on it.
Just a little tentative on that approach, I think.
Yeah, you want to go contact that high and let it drop off your hand straight down.
Yeah.
Clemens Doppler now on the good side. Comes ripping a jump top spin at Casey Patterson into the wind. Alex gets under that one but can't keep it in play. Casey gets the kill.
Nice high and deep swing there.
This is a loser out match, so whoever loses this one is going to have a fairly disappointing week here in Huntington Beach. Here's Horst.
Yeah, it's a tough tournament though. I mean, the 48-team double knockout. There's going to be a lot of teams getting results that they're not accustomed to, really. I mean, A lot of teams dropping 17th and 25th here, and it's a big tournament, big format, lots of American teams. It's really testing the athletes.
Doppler misses that one. No touch from Slick, and suddenly Casey and Stafford on a little bit of a roll. 6-4 here in set number 1.
That cross body is kind of a bread and butter swing for Doppler usually, but set wasn't where he wanted it.
Horst, Stafford with the block, and Doppler can't pick it up. Stafford Slick gets the block.
Good press there. Quick timeout coming from Austria.
And a nice run from Casey Patterson and Stafford Slick. They're in control 7-4 here in set number 1. This is, as we mentioned, the AVP presenting an FIVB 4-star event at the Huntington Beach Open. It is a phenomenal afternoon for volleyball here on Stadium Court. We've got at least 3 other courts running as well. More volleyball than you could shake a stick at, and it's a 48-team double elimination main draw. We saw 2 days of qualifiers. There's never been anything quite like this on the FIVB Tour. 16 AVP teams. We've talked a little bit earlier in the day about different impressions that different groups of players had. We just had a little break to go walk around. What do you think? Are the Americans overachieving? Are they right about where they should be? Are they underachieving?
In my opinion, they're kind of overachieving. A lot of these teams, I mean, I just saw some of the ladies out there take down the top Swiss team. And there's a bunch of teams that are pulling off big upsets.
I think this tournament's really good for AVP American teams, kind of to gauge themselves and see where they're at. And a lot of these teams are pushing these international teams down to the wire. They're taking sets off. They're winning against these tough international teams, and that just builds your confidence. That's going to make volleyball in general in the U.S. better.
Working on Doppler, and Stafford's in the net on that one, trying really hard to block that one.
You can also give the excuse for the Europeans of how all the Americans got to sleep at home, or at least be close to home, and not have to fly halfway across the world to get here. That's at least an excuse that we use when we're over there. But Casey Patterson definitely on his favorite beach in the world to play on, Huntington Beach, where he used to live.
Yeah.
Won, I believe, 2 or 3 titles, AVP titles. One of them against me, unfortunately.
I don't know if people realize, I mean, other athletes realize that, you know, there is a lot of depth in this country, a lot of athletes playing and a lot of people playing on the AVP. So I think it's just really cool that they're kind of all seeing that side of it now and having to battle these middle-of-the-pack AVP teams, trying to grind points away from them. And I think USA has actually done a really good job representing here this week. It's been good. There's still a ton of teams that are around and playing. So.
Casey and Jake won here in 2014 and 2016. They sandwiched your win.
Yeah,
Troy.
exactly. We gave them that one in 14. But look at this here. Casey tying it up. Or, sorry, they were tied up. Now they took the lead back. 8-7.
8-7. Stafford serving on the good side. It was your former partner, John Hayden and Theo Brunner, that beat Doppler and Horst and sent them to the contenders side of the bracket.
Yeah, it seems like Hayden kind of has their number for Doppler Horst. We did pretty well against them most of the time we played. It was always a good battle, but we got the best of them most of the times we played them, and I think Hayden just has a really good read on these guys.
For as long as John Hayden has played, is there anybody who he doesn't have a really good read on? He's seen more than just about anybody out there.
There's a few teams out there that have gotten the best of us majority of the time, but I won't say them.
He is a living legend.
Yes, he is.
A playing legend. Still playing.
That's a service ace. Nice serve from Doppler. Stafford lets that go outside shoulder. 10-8 now in favor of the Austrians. So the tide has turned a little bit. Looked like Casey and Stafford were in a good space. This Austrian team, very experienced, very confident in what they do. Nice serve from Casey, working on Doppler.
Nice shot.
Oh, a great shot from Clemens Doppler. Casey thought he got it up. I don't think he did.
That was a great set as well by Alex, helping his partner out.
Cam, what do you think in those situations? You go left hand or right hand?
Defensively,
Casey went right hand.
I'd go, I mean, I think technically you want to go left hand there.
Right.
It's outside your body. Going right hand's going to have to be pulling it back into the court with your right hand, which is not ideal.
That's what I always think, but I see so many defenders.
Casey does that a lot, yeah. Kind of like the backhand flippy
Even Hayden does it. He'll go reverse, closed hand.
Yeah.
Casey will go with the kind of flipper, open hand.
My thought is that if you can go with your right hand, you should have a decent chance of going with both. And if you can go with both, then you're in way higher percentages of making a quality dig. It's obviously tricky, but left hand, you know, left hand's not going to be as controlled as the right hand, but you also don't want to be overcommitting with your right arm and trying to make a crazy pullback play.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it. But
might tweak your shoulder pretty good too.
That's true.
Taking a look, we're at the technical timeout. The Americans trail by 1. Casey and Stafford working on their strategy. I've noticed a number of the players, specifically the taller players, don't like the low rider seats in the players box. Lots of guys sitting on the coolers.
No, you don't like your. Well, you like to sit up straight. That actually helps you breathe better. So when you're crunched down like that, it's kind of closing off your diaphragm, and you're not exactly getting all the oxygen that you need. It looks cool though.
Yeah. You know, these Austrians are a tricky team. You're going to get points off them. You're going to make stops on them because they're swinging a lot, and you're going to make blocks here and there, and you're going to make some plays. But they always end up chipping away and making them back. They'll make some big serves in key moments. They'll kind of hang around, and then towards the end of the game, they'll rip a couple serves. You'll see Clemens, like he did on that one earlier in the corner. They usually make their points back by serving. So they're a tough team to play.
Doppler back at the service line after the soft touch down the line, and he misses that one. He is aggressive back there. He's going for it every time.
It's always been like that. I think aside from Johnny Hayden, Clemens has got to be one of the most veteran players out there, and he's had to deal with a lot of stuff in his career. I think he's had 4 at least knee surgeries over the years, and he just keeps coming back and finding ways to win.
That's set a little bit too far off from Alex Horst. Lets the Americans tie things up. Casey Patterson at the service line. Oh, ace right down the middle.
13-12, USA back on top.
Nice pace and location here.
Right down the hubby wife.
Stafford
Would you go back to the same spot, try? Because he just switched up his serve.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the exact same thing, they're gonna know what's coming.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just don't care if it's working.
Make them think a little.
Yeah, and a team like this, to be honest, like I've experienced situations where when they have communication errors, they kind of get on each other, and you want that. You want them to kind of argue and bicker a little because you can get a few points off that. So I think make them communicate that very next play.
Definitely
make the play.
2 misses in a row on the serve from the service line for the Austrians as Horst missed that one. Stafford slick now. Working on Alex Horst. Casey picks it up. It stays in. Doppler with an open court easy swing, open net easy swing.
I've always found these guys hard to stay in the game mentally against, because like you said, they missed their last 2 serves. They'll miss several in a row at points in the game, and it's just hard to stay in your side-out rhythm when teams are going so aggressive and trying to serve for aces a lot, and it just makes the rhythm part of it tough. So that's one thing that they do to try to cool you off a little bit.
Yep.
Big swing from Casey from the right side. 15-14 for the Americans.
Casey's got a heavy hand. He's got really long arms. When he gets a good contact, he doesn't have to swing all that hard, and it'll come with some pace.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Casey pop and lock.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing it quite as much.
Is he mellowing in his age?
I think DJ Roche just needs to get on.
Let's see one here.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean, that was a big play by him. Are we going to see it?
Not happening. It was a big play. It was one hell of a dig. Good transition play.
I was just about to say, it's coming your way.
The yell is primal. That's on point.
Yeah. There it is. There's that swing you were talking about.
Textbook. Nice pass set, yeah, coming in and hitting away from that shoulder. You can see it on the replay here. As a defender, it's just so tough to get that ball.
So is Stafford reading there? Because Casey wasn't jumping to the line early. Stafford was just taking the cross court.
I think they were running a dive angle play. So they were hoping that Alex was going to shoot a line shot. But he sees the block so well, so he'll come in hard, and he sees Stafford diving in. He'll just snap that low line every time.
Yeah, you can't show too early on a guy like that.
Yeah.
17-15 for the Americans. Stafford slick with the serve. Nice swing from Doppler.
From Doppler, he'll serve 16 at 17.
Watch for them to stay aggressive here on the serve. Even if they're down, they just go.
Clemens Doppler has missed a couple. He's also got an ace. Stafford slick. Nice shot. Seemed like he dropped that elbow a little bit again, though. That wasn't as high a point of contact as we're used to seeing.
A little tentative, it looked like. But
yeah, the court was open, so he just needed to hit the spot. But if you wanted to get down to the sand quicker, he's going to have to get it up higher.
One switch side, 18,
well, there's part of the AVP experience. When you've got a booth side seat, you can shag a dig, miss dig.
Few digs there that I thought Casey could have come up with. Yeah. I mean, he's not moving and they're hitting him in the hands. So, in my opinion, it's like football, right? If you touch it, you should catch it.
Aggressive serve.
Oh.
We are tied at 18.
Tried to do a bit much with that.
Yeah, he didn't really have many options. No matter what he did, Doppler was probably gonna.
And that's the tough part there, Try. I mean, had a couple opportunities to make a dig there. You go up 3 or 4 points, that game's over. Now it's tied.
Yep.
18-all. Casey Patterson with the swing.
Good rebound there.
Casey with a good set, as you'll see right here, he's really hard to stop. That's why with he and Jake Gibb, who's a great setter, were so good for so long because they were just two side-out machines.
Yep.
Go! Touch, gotta go. I don't know.
I don't think he touched it. I think it went up and over.
I totally thought he touched it, but he did not.
Missed the pop and lock.
And right on cue. Yeah, no touch. I stand corrected. My vision's off today.
There was a pop and lock though, boys.
It was no touch, but a pop and lock. All right.
He's back,
oh,
as he would say.
Back in Huntington, feeling it.
Set point for the Americans, 2018 here in set 1. Stafford slick at the service line. Hashtag fear the goggles. Clemens Doppler, high over the top. Sweet touch shot. So much vision. He looked right at it for a long time, it felt like, before he just went up and calmly dropped that ball into the open place. Doppler will serve. Top spin right at Casey. He's going to get it back. Ooh. Oh. Horst takes it and puts it away, and we're at deuce, 20-all.
And as I was saying before, I mean, they're down a bit, and the Austrians are just going to go after that serve, and if he misses, he misses. But it's pretty impressive how consistent they are at doing that, and they just kind of grind their way back into the game just like that. Now it's 20-all. They might sneak this one out. That's just their game.
The pop and lock might have come too early.
Timeout call. There's definitely some frustration on the American side. The only thing that should be frustrating in your world, if you're out there watching, is that you're not here in Huntington Beach. If you've got an opportunity to be here this weekend, I highly recommend it. It is the center of the volleyball universe, not only for the United States, but for the entire world right now. Guys got a guess on how many Olympians are here?
I could not.
A lot.
We need a statistician to come
Hundreds?
up with that one.
No.
No.
No, not.
No, but I'm going to guess there's
73.
59. I don't know, we'll take over/under on 59.
I'll do.
Well, there's 48.
I'll go 58.
48 main draw teams per gender. Probably half of them are Olympians on each side.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, are there any Olympians that played in Rio that aren't here?
That aren't here. The Germans. Carrie, yeah. So a
There's
few.
some teams that aren't here. Some young Austrian teams and
Huber Seidel.
yeah, those guys. And big play.
Tricky little shot from Casey.
Great set though by Stafford. You have Casey, the guy with like 7-foot wingspan. Get him up to the net. If he can get his feet there, he can practically joust guys standing. And he's really good with his wrist, as you saw right there.
That was really late show on that one. Casey with the serve.
Oh.
Set point again. Here's Doppler trying to stay alive, and Stafford misses it. Oh, he had it.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's tough because he saw the whole play.
Yeah.
He saw it all. He just tried to throw it a little too deep.
Yeah. Oh. Too strong. Stafford slick.
Go back to deuce, 21 all, switching sides at 42.
It's a big break for Austria there.
Stafford had it. There's Casey. Left-handed.
Oh.
Such a good shot by Doppler.
See, I think, see how Casey had to go left-handed on that one. It died into the wind. I think you got to push that outside, get it on Casey's right shoulder, let him do something with it. But
tough. He needs to start passing these balls. These are tough. These are tough serves, but
yeah.
Alexander Horst with the serve, serving for the set.
That's
Stafford.
Wow.
Oh, man. Horst with the 1-over. Was it intentional?
It's very possible. I mean, I personally think he's one of the top defenders in the world, purely defensively. He makes crazy plays every game. Every game I see him play, he makes at least 1 or 2 crazy plays.
Look at this play.
I think it was just digging it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's possible. He's just a reaction play.
Great play, though.
You take that break, and they just kind of chipped away and snuck that one out. Like, that's tough.
Austrians a very experienced team. Casey and Stafford let them off the hook there. Now they've got a big hill to climb to get them into here. Definitely not impossible. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, Casey and Stafford, from my point of view, kind of controlled the set for the most part. And then, you know, those guys just chipped around and made it happen at the end.
First AVP event of the year is an FIVB 4-star event at Huntington Beach. Truly spiked and sparkle. Big part of helping to make that happen. As our Kona Brewing Company is here this weekend. Clean Skin sunscreen. I got some of that on my head. Hydro Flask. All our kids back in Seattle go nuts over their Hydro Flask. Oh my gosh. You hear one fall in the gym and the whole gym goes silent. Like, whose Hydro just fell? It's crazy.
Are they trying to stay warm with their Hydro Flask or keep things cold?
They just like to put stickers on.
Okay,
that's the whole thing. That's the whole shtick of the Hydro Flask. You got to have this. I'll bring mine tomorrow. You got to sticker them up. It's like an extension of your personality.
Yeah, all the AVP players got custom Hydro Flasks.
Nice.
With their names lasered in at Media Day this year.
There was a rumor that they were going to start giving Hydro Flasks as AVP first prizes, and my girls went nuts.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I'd get that excited about it.
They're like, now I want to pursue the sport.
Yeah,
we can win Hydro Flask.
I'm
all in. I'm all in.
Nice serve from Casey there. Start set number 2. The Americans will have to look for some momentum right out of the gates.
Okay.
2 nice serves from Casey. On the good side, dropping the hammer.
Casey's bringing heat here, but not that much heat. What's more important there was the location. He got it deep and caught Doppler high on his platform.
Stafford gets Alexander Horst, and it's 3-0 here in set number 2. Patterson and Slick backs against the wall. This is an elimination match. So we see Stafford, Slick, nice load.
Great hands on that block. That's a miss, but that's a miss you'll take. I mean, you get 3 in a row like that, that's a good run.
Alexander Horst at the service line for Austria. Stafford coming to the middle of the court. Doppler, nice play from Clemens Doppler.
Some quick decisions right there. Usually when that ball is tight, you naturally want to just throw it down real quick. Both players instinctually went for the short, and Doppler poked it deep. Looks easy, but a little harder than it looks.
Here's Stafford again.
Oh no, that's
too easy. Not a good set though. Stafford gets another chance.
Yeah,
nope,
another
Casey
shot.
says not now. I'm going to take things into my own hands.
Bit of a missed opportunity there. Alex was on that ball and just dug it a little too tight for Clemens to set him.
Yeah.
Stafford was just a little timid. Alex. Nice dig from Slick. Casey keeps it alive. And puts it down. Nice job, Casey Patterson.
When Casey's tight to the net, or like on the net with his feet under him, that's his shot all day, especially out of the middle of the court. Like, he's very comfortable with this kind of set situation. No approach.
Just take a look. And
he can look, and he has such good vision and a good wrist.
Yeah.
5-2 at the switch. Stafford continues to serve with the advantage. Here's Alex Horst. Goes over the block. Ooh. Stafford gets a touch, but can't quite pick it up.
Showing some athleticism there with Stafford. This is one of the hardest balls to get as a blocker.
Goes outside shoulder with it too. That's a really good shot.
Yeah.
Three serving 5 now. Stafford Slick. Big block from Clemens Doppler.
It's a great set by Casey.
Yeah. Really nice hands there. Stafford goes low with it though.
Didn't really feel like Stafford got his feet to that ball.
Yeah, so that's why it kind of caught it out in front, and he didn't have that many options to go high. That's another nice set.
Another great play by Casey Patterson.
Stafford's making him work, but Casey's bailing him out with those nice sets.
Stafford gets that one up. Nice work there. And then finishes it. Nice play, Stafford Slick.
That's a huge play because now Doppler Horst, as you see here, they come in with that like really compact offense, and you don't want them to get comfortable with it and start being able to switch to that. So it's good to, first time they try it, nip it in the bud, tell them that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And
Clemens has been pretty comfortable, and Alex too, but just the short shots, they're trying to chip it around the block a little bit, get those little short pokies and over the block, and for Stafford to grab that one, it'll probably make him think a little bit next time going up. So take away that part of the court and your percentages go up.
And Casey's a big defender, long defender, but he's not one of the quickest, so picking up those really short ones is huge for Stafford to help his partner out there.
Stafford Slick with the side out. It's 8-5 now in favor of the Americans. Stafford keeps a high point of contact. That one goes right down the line. It's a nice shot by him. Ooh. Service ace right down the hubby wife again. Casey got him there earlier and then switched it up. Stafford gets him there and gets to switch to the good side.
Austrians are a little frustrated here. This is, as Tri said, this is where you want to see them.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where you can get runs. They start bickering at each other a little bit.
At the line.
when they've been married for so long.
Yeah. Seriously.
They're always going to have some kind of communication mishaps.
Oh, off the face of Stafford Slick.
That's why he's got the goggles.
He's protected.
Backwards hat.
Casey with the dig.
Oh.
Tomahawk overset. Stays in. Here's Horst. Roll shot pick up by Slick. Casey gets a touch, but they can't keep it up.
Wow.
So it comes right off the grill of Stafford
See where this hits him.
He just played the net. That is ideal to have goggles on in that situation.
Oh, that was a scary injury for Stafford that led to him wearing the goggles. I believe that was 2 years ago in New Orleans. He nearly lost an eye. And
yeah, I believe he had a detached retina, so it's kind of a scary situation. Well worth him wearing those sport goggles now.
Definitely.
They look kind of cool too.
he started a whole new market with those. You know, they're not ski goggles, they're sport goggles.
Yeah.
Whole new thing. Clemens Doppler at the service line for Austria, 6 serving 9. Oh, the trickler, Casey gets it up. Stafford had to have netted. He missed anyway.
Sweet play to keep that one alive though, 7-9.
Oh no, he didn't net. The net was still bouncing from the serve off the tape. Slick with the set for Patterson. Goes right over the hands of Doppler.
That's a swing that's gonna have a high percentage against a team like this. Clemens is a little bit of an undersized blocker. He's really good at getting those low ones, like that one that he got on Stafford earlier, but if you can swing high and deep like that, like Casey just did, you're gonna have a ton of success against them.
Alexander Horst, nice pass and nice kill from him. Casey went after him with the jump serve and he dealt with that brilliantly. Eight serving 10, the Austrians hanging in there. I feel like I've seen this show before.
Yeah.
Austria just plugging away, working through. Kind of like set number 1.
Yeah, they're not going away.
Stafford. Casey sets it over too easy. Sets a little off the net, but it's a beautiful shot down the line. I'm not sure. Casey would probably like to have never done that.
I'd like to hear the explanation for that one after. Stafford just laughing it off. Probably all you can do in that situation.
Set.
Casey Patterson, dig by Horst. Stafford gets over, gets hands on it. Casey keeps it alive, sends it back over. Here's trouble. Clemens Doppler with most of the court to work with. And it's 10 all. Somebody's going to go into the technical timeout up by 1.
Austrians love running this kind of a quick offense in transition. It's super effective. I mean, Stafford totally off balance there in 2 of those swings. That's one thing that they always look to do if it's coming quick pass over the net. They're going to run it on 2. They're going to run a fast offense.
Stafford, big. Oh, there was a touch on the block there.
And the Austrians take the lead at the technical.
I like that push set, but they were definitely, they took more away from, Stafford was early, so they took more options away from themselves than they did the defense, than they did putting the defense in trouble. Easy to read. Stafford telegraphed the
I mean, he's holding his arm up in the air as he's jumping almost there. That's the idea was awesome, but you just got to kind of hide it as long as you can. Especially against a defender like Horst. And then you watch Horst kind of do the complete opposite. Comes in super hard and then hits that loopy line shot. Like, that's a world-class shot.
11-10 for the Austrians, up 1 set to none. They're at the technical timeout here in set number 2. Coming up next on Stadium Court after this one is over, we've got another good one. We've got the number 1 team in the world, Sarah Pavin, Melissa Paredes. I knew it. You got on me about my R's earlier. That's why I stuttered on that one.
We can just call her MHP for short.
MHP. They are facing off against April Ross and Alex Kleinman, the A team. That one's coming up next on Stadium Court. So pretty much right off your afternoon, get yourself a cold beverage of choice and sit down and hang out and watch some AVP with us. Alexander Horst with the serve. Nah, I thought the set was funky too. So did everybody else, except for Casey. Came out, he had a weird angle under it.
The thing is, I mean, I don't think it was a bad set. I think especially if you look at the standard the FIVB's been setting lately, but when Casey sets, he's one of the best setters on the tour, if not the best. I mean, he's got great hands, no doubt about it. So if he is a little off, sometimes referees will call that, even though, you know, it's all based on, you know, judgment. Yeah. So I think it was okay.
And Stafford gives it back to them politely. Also true, just because it looks weird doesn't mean it's a double. That one definitely looked weird.
It looked weird, but that's because he's such a great setter. You can't call someone for making not a perfect set when they're always setting that well. It's not really fair. When you look at some other guys setting, and it's always like what Casey just did, but they don't call those either just because it's consistent.
Doppler misses. 12 all. Casey Patterson at the service line. Jump float, working on Doppler.
Oh.
Casey's going to pick that one up easy. Stafford pushes him out to the pin, and Doppler blocks him. It bounces off of Casey and out of play, and that's a point for the Austrians. Feels like a missed opportunity there for sure.
I like how Casey sells it.
Yeah. He was, yes.
Right in front of the ref.
Just like Simon, hey?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Opposite.
Opposite.
There you go. Casey's going to need some help here. He gets it.
Ooh, nice dig.
Better D.
He's got a lot of spin.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. That's beautiful.
That was an amazing play.
This is Alexander Horst, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll take timeout at 14.
Oh, wow.
That's the second ridiculous play he's made. So he's on track. I said before, about 2 per match, he'll make a ridiculous play. You just got to say, yeah, he made it. It's a good play. What are you going to do?
Can't stop that.
I hit the ball as hard as I could, and he dug it. So.
And then put it away. Perfect cut shot.
Timeout called by Casey and Stafford. The Americans looking to regroup a little bit. They've got their backs really against the wall now. They're down 1-0 after letting set 1 slip through their fingers late. And the Austrians have a bit of a lead here in set number 2.
Should be in for an interesting finish here.
There are way worse ways to spend a Friday.
The wind has just been like steady, coming from kind of maybe a little more north to south than it was earlier. It was very onshore, kind of coming from the left of the screen to the right. Now it's kind of coming at us from the far side to where we're at now, coming into Horst's face as he serves right here.
Casey Patterson, tight set. Oh, Horst picks it up. Or pardon me, Doppler picks it up. Horst picks it up under the net. Now Stafford. Quick to the pin, and a nice play by Stafford. Slick.
A little stare down there as well.
Yeah, he wanted, he had a little something to say about that.
Horst, a little surprised by it. Look.
Stafford under the net a little bit there.
Oh, wow.
Horst, oh my.
The shoot set on 2.
That was your present for the stare down.
Yeah.
It's always demoralizing when you get a good serve or what you feel is like a good serve, and then by the time you get up the net, the play's over. You're like, oh, well, not much I can do there.
Clemens Doppler at the service line.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that was.
Oh, my God.
He got that. Oh, well, at least Stafford was nice enough to hit it out.
Yeah, that one might
Wait,
have been
how
a
is
shock.
Austria not yelling at the ref right now? I mean, FIVB, I will say, there can be more spin on the ball than AVP, and you can't dish it quite as much, but I don't know. I would have been freaking out.
16-13, Clemens Doppler serving. They've got a 1-0 lead. He goes hubby wife and gets the ace, and Austria all of a sudden in control.
Once again, these guys coming in hot with their serves. I mean, that's how they get big results. They chip away, and they just get that one run, either one of them, 1 run per set. And this time it's Clemens.
He's just relentless with it. Stafford slick, nice set for Patterson, who...
Souvenir.
Well, that was a pretty good throw.
Souvenir
almost made it
some...
into the courtside box.
Yeah.
Free souvenirs with your courtside AVP experience.
Who wants some Oakleys?
Hey, I will say that the AVP experience food is usually pretty on point as well. If you're going to come to an AVP event, the food and the cocktails in the AVP lounge are pretty on top of their game.
Especially Saturday, Sunday, you're going to want to be in the boxes because this place fills up real quick.
Looking for the comeback right now.
There we go. This is a good start to that comeback that they want. That's pretty standard Stafford slick right there.
That was straight power. Casey Patterson down to hubby wife. Sunglasses are off. It's time to play.
A lot of hubby wife serves.
Yeah, really.
Against a team that's been together forever, that's astonishing that it's working.
It's true.
And they go back to the quick.
Oh, nice read by Stafford slick.
Great read.
And he puts it away.
Oh,
Stafford
and another
is
stare down.
Stafford is
here we
doing it.
Yeah.
It's not time for the side switch yet. You're a point early.
I think technically you can get a red card for that. I don't think the referee would do it, but
I thought they were going to go chest to chest right there. Doppler. Stafford, little stare down, maybe saying a few words we can't hear, but we like that fire as fans.
Get some fire.
Timeout called by the Austrians, and they're just going to let everything chill out. I don't know. I think I'd have let him play it out after Stafford had to make the long walk, realizing that he had switched sides too early. I'd have let that one go.
Yeah, good point.
Getting some fire in this match. This is fun to watch.
Does make for good volleyball. It does make for a great experience. This is what the AVP is all about. If you've got an AV, here we go. This is a replay of the day right here.
A little frustration from the ex-Huntington Beach native.
Appears to be working, the no glasses solution.
So there is a, yes. He is, I think they're 3-1 or 3-0 without the glasses.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a standard thing that we do out there because you're just trying to change your mindset. When you're down and you can't figure something out, you change your mindset, you throw your glasses off, all of a sudden you're like, it's popping into your head that there's more sun and it's bright, and it's just like a way to distract yourself from what's going on. I mean, at least that's for me, right, Cam?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
change
I don't
something.
do the glasses
You want to
thing
change
because I have a hard time seeing without them, but change something up.
Yeah.
Give yourself a different
hat,
look.
maybe.
Give yourself a different look, yeah.
Turn your hat around.
Yeah, exactly.
Clemens Doppler now. Oh, Stafford missed it. That's two that he had.
Yep.
That he just overcooked a little. Is he swinging his arms on those try?
A little too much rage. Yeah, you know, Stafford's a delay blocker. Like, for example, I'm a type of guy that will go up for the hit first and then try to touch. Sometimes when he thinks someone's going to shoot, he'll go straight up, which means when he's coming forward with his hands, he's kind of swinging more so than a guy who's going up penetrating first.
So it's an intentionally different style then?
Yes, he's intentionally going for the shot. And it works when you read it right, but everyone has their own style.
Stafford at the service line, 17 serving 19. Here's Clemens Doppler.
Quick set.
Oh, man. That was a nice change of tempo by the Austrians.
That's tough.
They came in for the quick,
yeah.
and then the set drifted off the net, and Stafford, basically Doppler made a better adjustment than Stafford did.
Yeah, that's a tough to block that. It's like a pump fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Match point, Clemens Doppler with the jump top spin. Oh, misses it.
I like that explanation of the pump fake, because sometimes your eyes are on the hitter or on the ball, and depending on where your eyes are at, you might time it wrong.
Exactly.
Alexander Horst for the match, and he gets it. And that's the end of the road for Casey Patterson and Stafford Slick. Alexander Horst and Clemens Doppler move on through the contenders bracket. Tough finish for Casey and Stafford. They had a good win against Mexico earlier today that I thought really helped them out. A good win against Jeremy Casebeer and Reed Pretty yesterday.
And let's see what we got. We got about
We see match point. Alexander Horst had a few brilliant plays today. That one, he just turns his wrist down the line.
Smooth player, smooth team.
It's a really good
playing
team.
well.
Really difficult to beat. They stay alive. They'll move on through the bracket. We're going to take a little break. Coming up next, we've got a women's matchup. The #1 team in the world, Sarah Pavin and MHP versus April Ross and Alex Kleinman. Came, try, thank you. Be back in a few minutes. This is a blast.